What is up, guys? It is AvalancheWolf, and today we are going to go over whether Overwatch is a game you're not only going to like playing, but you don't play for a long time. Overwatch is Blizzard's newest MOBA slash Team Arena slash first person melee shooter combo. It's kind of a mixed hat of everything. So in this gameplay video, we're going to be playing as Reinhardt the tank, who has a hammer. He has a throwable slice.
I was not expecting for all.
He has a defensive shield, a move that when he basically activates a thruster on his back and he pin people against the wall, and his super which downs all the enemies in the way and does some damage and keeps them stunned for a little while. But we're not going to be focusing on the characters. We're not going to be focusing on the gameplay. This is just a game that we went to do 5 minutes of overtime for the last round to see who was going to win a 1v1. It really, I think, captured what this game is really about and how good the game actually plays as an overall game itself. So that's what we're going to have in the background. We're going to go over the pros, we're going to go over the cons, we're going to go over the mediums, and just what's happening in the game and why some of the stuff happens, and what to look for if you're playing, just to know if it's a game you don't even be able to keep up with while you're playing this game. So the first thing we're going to go over is Overwatch worth it? Obviously, that's what we're going to be covering in the video. Here's some pros for you guys. So, I get the question a lot, is it worth it? I think it is. I've spent a considerable time on the Xbox and PC, playing both mouse and console controller. They both seem very fluid and perfect. I do like the controller a little bit better. It seems a little bit easier to aim for the headshots, but I am a console player. Heroes. There is a hero in this game for everyone. Anything from a melee attacker to a shooter to a fucking ninja. And who doesn't like being a ninja with throwing stars and a fucking dragon super? That being said, there's a huge diversity in this game of what's going on.
Oh, mother
You
of
have
Jesus.
a guy with a shotgun. Two shotguns. You have Tracer with 2 submachine gun pistols. Then you have me with a big ass hammer. So there's a lot of different heroes to go off of and a lot of different heroes to use. So there is a hero for everyone. And the nice thing is, if you only like one character and you don't like switching, you can have up to 4 of the same characters, at least in the open beta, on a team. We didn't get a 5th to do it, but we got all 4 of us to do it. So even if someone picks your favorite character, let's say you like Widowmaker and someone picked Widowmaker, you can pick Widowmaker and you still won't help your team comp as much, but it will help you win in an overall sense. And it will let you have fun. As long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter if you win or lose in this game. I just have fun playing it, and as long as I'm positive eliminations to death, I just go for broke. Super easy hero learning curve. So all of the heroes, how they play and everything, are super panned out in this game. I think Blizzard did a really good job explaining how to use the heroes, what their abilities do, and how to activate them. And after the sense of playing a hero for one match, you can pretty much get the logistics of how everything works properly. It's a really good overall tutorial system. And they do have training, so you can go in and fight AIs. You can go into the shooting range and everything like that, and just practice with the heroes before you even go in. There's even no option to scrimmage before you get into a match, so you can just mess around with heroes. It's very easy to learn the heroes. So that being said, let's say I've been playing Widowmaker for the past 50 minutes. That's all I've played. Well, I want to go try Reaper, who's a shotgun. You go from a medium to long range with Widowmaker to a up close, up personal in your face. Now, Reaper and Widowmaker are probably the 2 most different characters in the game. Reaper, you go in, you execute, and you stay in. Because of his special ability, when he kills someone, or someone gets killed, he gets HP back. He also has his invulnerability, which means he can move around and be invulnerable for about 5 seconds. So if you're down to 10 HP, you can run away. Widowmaker, you're pretty much fucked. So there's a lot of different heroes with different comps that you can come in and just destroy a wreck. Like you can see, we have the freezer chick trying to freeze me to death right now while I'm the tank, and I'm getting hammered on by everyone. So you can be frozen, you can be shotgun in the face, you can be sniped in the face, you can literally get ran off the ledge by my guy, which you saw in the earlier video.
They got black eye steers here out late.
Did the move I just showed you, basically pinched them on the wall, and I shotgunned myself basically off the side of the fucking cliff. Not that
So now
fun,
they're moving it back
but it was
some
still
more
very funny to
May
watch,
11th.
especially at
It's
the
like
first
they're fucking
video.
delayed for 2 years now.
So round 1 was won by the
Fuck.
defenders, and the way this
It's
works
ridiculous, dude.
was run by the other team. So the way this works is now we go into the next match. If they win this, they get the series. If we win this, we get the game. We go into match point for the next round. This game doesn't go into a third match point, and it does go into about 4 to 5 minutes of overtime. So it's a really
How do you
close,
spray paint?
tight game, and
Wow.
all of us loved it. We all messaged each other after and said, good game. It was really fun. So you will see a lot of things in this that you won't see in a normal match. Most overtimes last a minute, if that. It's not usually this close of a battle all the time. So it is that. Another pro, I've been playing this game for, I think about 20 hours altogether. No, about maybe 15. I've been playing a lot of time in it. I've never seen anyone in the communities to get super pissed off enough to actually physically message you, you suck. Unlike, see, I just killed myself
Dude,
again.
what the fuck?
Unlike COD, unlike Rainbow Six and everything, the community is a lot more laid back from everyone I've played with so far. If you lose, you lose, but you still have a lot of fun doing it. Which is why I think I like this game so much. There's not as big of pressure when you're in the lower levels. I'm sure once you hit like 30 and stuff, there's more pressure. But when you're in the lower levels, there's not as much pressure to be good and everything like that. So it's a really nice overall professional environment I've played so far on it. So now we'll go into the mediums of the game. They're not cons, they're not pros. They're just kind of something you should know when you openly get ready to buy this game. So learn how to use a hero from all brackets. What do I mean by all brackets? You have defense, offense, support,
My
and
teammates
tank.
aren't giving me any help. And
All of these brackets are super important. They all serve a purpose. Without a support, there's no healing. Without no healing, the tanks probably don't die and you probably don't get destroyed. So I've been playing for a while, and I've noticed that
like no
you may want to play a character, but you gotta fill in the gaps some. So let's say there's not a support playing, and there's 2 Widowmaker assassins. One of the Widowmakers should switch to like a Mercy or a Luke or something like that, just to help overall team comp. So that is one medium. I don't consider it a Kohan. I don't consider it a pro. It's just you should know that you need to be able to play one person from all the roles effectively. I personally choose Reaper, Widowmaker, Reinhardt, and Mercy. They seem to be my favorite characters in all of the roles. So I can already figure it out. Because right now I'm playing the tank, and I usually play Widowmaker for this video. So the next thing is team comp. Sometimes you'll be playing, and the team comp works great. And then your team goes at it again with the same exact thing, and you get absolutely wrecked. You guys didn't change your playstyle or anything. The other team was just like, okay, they didn't use a Bastion, and they're defending. Okay,
So
Bastion's a great defender because of a sentry mode. So if they throw a Bastion, you have to now watch out for a sentry mode, which can eliminate you pretty fast. So every single team comp main will not work. You may have a ton of Reapers and stuff, then you don't have to go to, let's say, a Widowmaker or the Archer, Hanzo, to snipe the Bastion so you guys can get past. So team comp may work in some ways and may not work in other ways. The most used sniper I've seen in this game is Widowmaker because she's super easy to snipe. And she has a submachine gun / assault rifle, which does really good damage, medium to close range. So just a heads up if you're playing, always look for Widowmakers. They're usually pretty hard to see, but they're not hard for you to see them. Another thing is Bastion is a little OP in the beta. I hope they fix it in the main gameplay. And the only reason why I say it's OP is when you're playing the defensive on a payload game, and you get to the very end, right next to their base, you can have 2 Bastions shut up with a Mercy healing, and just heal the Bastion 24/7, and it gets a little OP. So there are some characters that are better for game modes, and there are some characters that aren't better for game modes. So just so when I'm doing like this, secure the objective, I'm not going to use a Widowmaker because it's super close range. You want to use something like a Reaper, the chick that can turn people frozen and everything like that. You want to use more close range people like Roadhog right there, who can use his grapple you with his shotgun. So you're always close range, so he's going to be able to shotgun you super easily. That's his ult actually, which is his shotgun goes into automatic form and just starts blaring everybody. So certain game modes tailor to certain types of characters, which I kind of like. A lot of game modes don't do that. You can kind of play one character all over and be good, but a Widowmaker for this doesn't usually work very good because you can't really get the long range snipes. So that's pretty much it for the mediums. There's not a lot of mediums. The games are pretty well balanced from everything I've played and everything like that. So we'll go ahead and go into the cons that I see of this game.
Woo!
So your team composition does matter. What do I mean by that? You need to have a balanced team. You need to have a tank. You need to have a support. You need to have an offense. You need to have a defense. You need to have a builder. You need to have a good team comp to work together. If you have 4 Reapers and a tank, odds are you're probably going to lose because they have a healer, they don't have a defense character to help do defensive damage and everything like that. You just don't get wrecked. So, if you're playing with people who don't understand team comp, which I've had in this game, they're gonna basically go in and give 0 shits about everything and just play what they want to play, which isn't a bad thing. It makes the game fun for them, but it does get a little frustrating when you're trying to win and stuff. So, team comp is an important thing you should definitely pay attention to while you're playing this game. You can lose even if you're completely and utterly wrecking the team. I got 31 kills, 2 deaths with Widowmaker, and we still lost. And that was one of the best games I've ever had in this for a personal character. My team though, got destroyed, so we lost. So it is definitely a team game. You have to have a good team. Your team has to know what they're doing. The voice chat and the text chat are one of the most beneficial things I've ever seen in the game before. I've never actually used them until I started playing this game because it just helps to say, hey, we're pushing a little too far. We need to back off some. We need to push a little bit harder. We have this here. We have a Bastion up on this ledge. We have a Widowmaker. So definitely, the team aspect in this definitely shines really well, especially inside of this video. So, if you have one loose end, you can lose a match. So let's say everybody's on point for one guy. I've had this happen and we did lose the match. We probably could have done a little bit better, I would say. But that's just a fact of life. So, when we get down to it, this game coming out with stuff like Battleborn being released and everything, which one would I buy over this or Battleborn? I would buy this. This game has really stunning graphics, which I absolutely love, with the somewhat cartoony, hero-ish feel. I said that Bastion was a little OP, but overall, there's a counter to every character. Reinhardt can get pinched by another Reinhardt, he can get frozen, he can get cut from behind. Widowmaker can get killed by a Reaper in seconds, so the Reaper just has to telly behind her. Bastion will get sniped by Hans, will get sniped by Widowmaker. Takes about 100% charges with the Widowmaker to kill a Bastion, or 100% than 2 sniper shots. So the game's super well balanced for the type of game it is. There's usually one character that stands out, and in the other betas there were, but in this beta, I didn't feel like any character was completely mopping the floor with me like I have in some games that are like this. So overall, if you like a game that is fun to kill people in, a super huge diversity in how you can play, anywhere from a shooter to a meleeer to even a grenade launcher. I mean, the possibilities this game gives you for people to play with is, in my opinion, the most insane I've ever seen on any game. Even over the MOBAs of like League and Legends and everything. They did a really good job. I think the game for $60 is a little high. I think it's more of a $50 game to $40 game. They did say in one of the last interviews that they were looking to make DLC characters and DLC maps for free. I'm not gonna take that. I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt just because it's what they said, but they may not do it.
Bits keep fucking freezing me, man.
So I do think the game's a little high priced, but if you like this type of game where
I keep meaning to
you can play
with her, but
hours
my
on
team
end,
keeps
it never
refusing
gets
to put
boring, it
anybody
never
besides my
stalls,
player
and if
Hank.
it does, you can switch characters and learn super fast. This is the game for you. So that being said, I would spend the $60, and I am going to spend the $60 for this game. Even if you're playing solo, it's super fun, and when you get to a team, it's probably the most fun I've had in a lot of time, in a lot of ages, even over Rainbow Six Siege, which, if any of you know, is probably my favorite game ever made. And this will probably take over. So we're going to go ahead and go into the gameplay now after we release the pros and cons and everything like that. So we'll just highlight some of the gameplay and everything. So right here I'm getting a hero from one of our healers. It is 82 and 99% right now. So both of us are almost at the winning stage, and we have a Winston, a Mercy, Robot Chick, Lucario, Soldier 7. We have a lot of like separate teams, separate entities coming together. So this is when we hit overtime at 16 minutes and 20 seconds. This lasts for over 4 minutes of overtime.
No.
Is how close we were to utterly defeating each other. It was pretty impressive, to be honest. So as you can see, I'm going to rock it in. It does last a little bit longer. I'll just let you guys watch the video right now, and just so you guys can see everything that's going on, everything, because I don't want to overshadow it. This is probably my favorite part I've ever done in this game, and my favorite match. This is fucking tight, man. This is overtime, though. Woo! Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the ending of that video of the 4 minutes of overtime that happened, which were probably the most insane match I've had. So just to recap the video, in case you didn't want to sit through all of it or even put this in there, is Overwatch worth the money? If you like all the heroes super easy to use, all the heroes are balanced, there's anything from a meleeer to a sniper to a chick that can freeze you to Genji right there throwing stars at you like a fucking ninja. It is entirely worth the $60. The game is amazing. I don't see it changing much on release. Everything, maybe a little bit lower damage Sebastian and everything, but besides that, the game's balanced, the game's fun, the artwork is breathtaking, and learning a new character just to get a break from your character gives you a new refreshed sense on this game. So for $60, I would highly recommend buying Overwatch. It is probably one of the funnest games I've played in a long time, and I'm looking forward to spending hundreds of thousands of hours inside of this game. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was entertaining. If you have any points, tips, if you want to say anything about the game, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.